It's the most wonderful but the most expensive time of year. Let me show you how you can turn thrift store pieces into stunning designer dupes. So Crate & Barrel has these pre-lit pine trees. They come in two different sizes, with the 24-inch being a little under $85. Although this design is very classic and timeless, I do think that I can create a very similar look, but for a lot less. I thrifted this vase for only $3, and I really like the slight diagonal lines that are going all the way around. I'm using some matte black spray paint to transform this piece. Really quick and simple DIY. This is what it's looking like so far. The paint does dry to a really nice matte finish. For the stems, I'm using these that I picked up from Hobby Lobby on their half off sale to complete the look. So this display stand from our house is $229, and although I love the aged brass and also the marble base, I do think that is a bit pricey. I thrifted this cake stand for only $4.99, and I really like all the details with the cut glass and also the scalloping around the edges. I'm adding some white spray paint to the back of the plate, that way the top remains food safe. I picked up a few of these acrylic deer last year from the Dollar Tree. I'm adding some gold spray paint to this along with the base prior to doing some distressing. To achieve the look of aged brass, I used very light coats of black spray paint and then some Tester's black paint to buff in the finish. Magnolia is one of the few design houses that I feel actually carries affordable artwork. This piece is around 12 by 15 inches and it is only $40. So my thrifted version does need a lot of work. It was only $2, but there's significant staining and also areas where the paint is missing. However, there are a lot of similarities with this piece and the Magnolia piece. Both has that overall snowy appearance, the mountain in the background, and also the red barn. I'm using mineral spirits to see if that will help to lift up that layer of staining. I am not a professional at restoring art. I would also never do this with anything that I suspect to be valuable. This was only $2, so I had no problem taking a chance with this item. So the mineral spirits didn't work, so now for plan B. I'm using some drywall plaster to fill in areas where the paint is missing and also just to cover the areas that are stained. I didn't like the bright blue appearance of the river or stream, so I'm filling in that area as well, hoping to create a snow-covered look. Now that the plaster is dry, I'm just going to use some paint just about over all the different areas to see if I can brighten up this piece. I wasn't a fan of these brown rocks, so I used the paint to smudge out these areas, and I'm also doing the same for the trees. Here's a quick reminder of what it looked like before, and now this is our after. Using metals is a great way to add some sparkle and luminosity to your space. I love the versatility of this golden sleigh. It's used outdoors as well as indoors. However, it is $178 and I think I can do better. I found the sleigh while thrifting and it is the perfect size compared to the McGee & Co piece. It was only $7.99, however, I'm not a fan of this greenish gold paint. To brighten things up, I'm using some gold spray paint from Rust-Oleum in a brighter metallic finish. There are always small gifts that get lost behind the tree, so this sleigh is going to be perfect to place them in. These gold and clear ornaments are my favorite this season because I haven't seen any similar designs on other websites. It comes in 2 different shapes, a spear and also an onion shape. It's $16.95 per ornament and I think they are just stunning. I thrifted these glass ornaments last year and I only paid $1 for each package. The plastic is quite worn and tattered, but the ornaments were in perfect condition. One came with this beautiful teardrop shape and the other the traditional spear. So Hobby Lobby always has a sale and it typically alternates every other week. These studded gemstones were on sale for 40% off, and the best part is that they are peel and stick. So looking at the spear shape, it doesn't only have gemstones, there's also this infinity pattern that goes all the way around. So I'm using some gold enamel paint to recreate the same pattern. I love the way these turned out, and most of all, they ended up being just 50 cents each. If you prefer a minimalist aesthetic, then this next item will be perfect. CB2 has these decorative gift boxes, and one is in an aged brass, the other has silver and brass, and I love the juxtapositioning of both metals. I found this gift box at the Goodwill, and what I really like about it is that not only is it decorative, but it's also functional. It's a pretty decent size, and it was only $5.99. All it required was just a quick coat of gold spray paint to truly transform this piece. The embossed detail also really pops with the gold paint. So my favorite part is always doing all the math to figure out how much I saved, and this week it was over $582. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out my next one right here.